Hello everyone, hello and welcome to the first stage draw for the EHF Youth Championship season 23. Welcome, we have 52 teams signed up for this edition, and today in the next 60 minutes approximately, we'll be doing the draw for the matchups, for the pairs that will be played prior to the knockout stage of the tournament. Basically, this is the league stage or the first stage, or however you want to call it. But today we're going to be doing the draw for this one. Right there on the screen, you'll see right there, you'll see the pairs. If you watched the draw last season, you know the drill. Basically, the teams are split into 4 drawing pots. Each drawing pot will consist of 13 teams. And as you can see right here, I'm just going to show it to you. In round 1, we have teams from the first drawing pot playing against teams from the second drawing pot, and teams from the third playing against teams from the fourth drawing pot. In round 2, we have pot number 4 playing against pot number 1, and pot number 2 against pot number 3. In round 3, you can see that teams from pot number 1 play against number 3, and from number 2 against number 4. And here those are mixed because otherwise we won't be able to have two teams, a team having 2 home games and 2 away games. And right here you see some teams that actually on round 4 there are teams that won't be playing against other teams from their own pot, but they'll be playing a team from a different pot. But again, we're keeping the rule for equal amount of home and away games in the first stage. Basically, we had the same thing last season. I think it went pretty well. So we're gonna go with the same thing again. I'm using the same file because we have again 52 teams, so it's gonna be much easier to do the draw. So how the procedure is gonna go? I'll be drawing the first 13 ranked teams into the first pot, and they will be filling up the positions from 1 to 13, and actually they will get automatically filled right here in the below rounds. And you can see on the right hand side actually the matchups. So I hope it makes sense, but right here we have team number 2, and they will be playing against team number 8, team number 15, team number 28, and team number 41. So each team will be playing against the teams below and above them, and the teams on the left and on the right from them. So for example, team 34 will be playing against 28, 47, 21, and 8. Here it's a bit different because we'll have team 7 playing against team number 1, team number 20, 33, and 46. For example, team number 33 won't be playing against 27, but they'll be playing against 39, and then 27 and 46. But pretty much you'll get that as we go. And at the end you have the full results posted on the forums as well. So I think then the picture will be much clearer if you didn't understand the whole scheme right there. Another a few announcements before we start. We have the new rule introduced for the walkovers. I hope we won't be using that rule as much as we did last season, but hopefully we got less walkovers. But in case someone is claiming for a walkover, they must provide a screenshot with the challenge they have sent to their opponent. and the message should be sent 24 hours prior the deadline, meaning that if for example the deadline, let's say the deadline is Thursday, 12 p.m., you must have sent the message on Wednesday before 12 p.m. So that your opponent has 24 hours to read the message, log in, and accept the challenge. And if they did not accept the challenge but logged in and read your message, then you have the right to claim for a walkover win. And also, I, as an organizer, will advise if that's necessary, because, for example, if we have an inactive team or user, it's no point for waiting for the whole week to do the walkover. And pretty much you can find all the rules on the website of the competition, which you can see it on your screens. It's ehf.football, and there you can find the page of the tournament. I also kind of announced a new service where anyone could just let me know if they want to receive notifications. For example, your team is playing a friendly match next week from the competition. You're playing against that team, and you must send them a challenge, for example. Or maybe your league is going to end in a friendly week. Make sure to challenge your opponent for next round before Tuesday, for example, or to arrange the match before Tuesday, because with those new introductions of the youth academy teams, it's going to be more complicated. But I think we can handle it, and with your cooperation, I think we'll do a good job at keeping the tournament and having fun, of course, which is the most important thing. So that's about the new service. And finally, the last announcement is uh, the additional award, which is sponsored by our sponsor El Magico Suro Peter. He's going to give away 2 months golden supporter for the winner of the first stage of the competition, which is on top on the 1 month supporters for the top 2 teams with the highest hat stats rating. So meaning that if you win the first stage of the tournament and have the highest hat stats ratings, you get 3 months of gold supporter. And also, if you win the tournament, you get 4 months golden supporter. Or if you finish runner-up, you'll get 100 additional credits added to your hat-trick account. And pretty much that's about it for the announcements. Most probably I have forgotten something, but you can see the forum, the official thread in the forum, and also check out the website. You can find all the information in there as well. So I've been talking for about maybe 10 minutes or something, but now I think it's time to start with the draw, which is the most exciting part of this live stream. We'll be using, of course, you'll see on top of my head, the wheel decider, which is a website that picks random things. So it's pretty useful and for those kind of draws, and we'll be using it for this one as well. So we have right here, and this is the first drawing pot. I have created 4 wheels. So this is pot number 1. We have right here pot number 2 containing the teams from position 14 to 26, then pot number 3 and number 4 finally right here. So here are the teams from the first drawing pot, the teams which we'll be starting with. Also, they are ranked according to their EHF ranking, which is calculated based on the previous 5 performances of the team in the youth championship. So we have the mini shakers, Mariottini, Redeli Kunakia, Linanma United, Sperber Kreiser, Kautokeino, N95 Bozlikio Payonsky, Capital, the champions from last season, FC Mela, Black Hole Rising Stars, and Intocabili Junior from Italy. Basically, I don't think I will be going through all the teams because I'll be saying their names once they're drawn, so you'll be seeing them on your screen. So that's the wheel. And now let's start spinning. Pot number 1, teams from position 1 to position number 13. Let's go. Let's see which team is the first drawn team. And we have N95 Young Guns from position number 7. They are placed on position number 1. And as you can see, they appear right here on the top right, and they'll be playing against teams 14, 27, 40, and number 7 in the last round. So that is the first drawn team. Let's see, next up. Also, teams with the same owner cannot meet in the first stage of the tournament. So you saw that EO Magico's other team, Black Hole Rising Stars, is in the same drawing pot, and if they're drawn as team number 7, they won't be able to play, so we'll just do another team for that position. So team number 2 is Kautokeino Rascals from Finland. Going on the second position. Now let's see the third drawn team, and it is Intocabili Junior from Italy. Former finalists, I guess, in the tournament. Now team number 4. And it is Mariottini from Italy. Another Italian team, second in the ranking. Time for team number 5. And it's the Mini Shakers from England, managed by Identity Shakers, former champions. They are drawn on position number 5. And position number 6 is going to be for KS Payonsky from Poland, another former champions. I'm not sure where they went. I think we have one less here. But anyway, they will be playing against the 12th place team right here in the 4th round. Now let's do team number 7. And it is going to be Linnanmaa United from Finland. On the 7th position, and they will be facing N95 Young Guns in the 4th round. Moving on to team number 8, the team which will be facing the Rascals in the 4th round. And it is the champions, the current champions, Capital from the Ivory Coast. They will be playing against the Rascals in round number 4, and they will have the home advantage. So tough draw for the Finland, from the team from Finland. Next up, we have Sperber Kreisler from Germany, ranked on position number 5. And they will be playing against Into Cavalli from Italy in round number 4, and they'll have the home advantage. Basically, all the teams which are going to be drawn up until position number 13 will have home advantage in the last round of the first stage of the tournament. Position number 10 is going to be for Bosolicchio from Italy. And they will be playing against Mariottini, an Italian derby, in the last round. Right there. Next up is going to be FC Mela from Estonia, ranked on position 11. Reached the final several times, and they will be playing against Mini Shakers in the last round at home. And let's see, position number 12 is going to be for Redeli Kunakia, ranked on 3rd place. They will be playing against KS Payonsky in the last round. And finally, the last team in this drawing pot. Let's just spin it. And it is the finalists from last season, Black Hole Rising Stars, ranked on 12th place. And you can see right there, they won't be playing with N95, but they will be facing team number 26 right here, team number 39, 52, and number 40. So basically this concludes the draw for the first drawing pot. And now it's time to move on to the second drawing pot. Here are the teams ranked from 14th place to 26th. I'll just leave them on the screen. And some other big names in there as well, like Vettel Academy, Keytown, Sodnerk. And let's start spinning the wheel to see the first drawn team from the second pot, and it is Vettel Academy from Denmark. They go on position number 14. They will be playing against N95 Young Guns in the opening round of the tournament, as you can see here. And they will be playing away from home. Tough draw for Veto. Let's see the second drawn team. And it is Castanutele from Canada. Position number 15 for them. And they will face Kautokeino Rascals in the opening fixture of the tournament. Moving on. We have the Steinhausen Young Coyotes from Switzerland, managed by Adler Auge. And they will be facing Into Kabeli Jr. in the opening round. We have Veto Copenhagen Academy, again managed by Veto. or Gonzalez, maybe that's how you pronounce it. But anyways, they go on position number 17, and they will be facing Mariottini in the opening fixture. Next up, we have El Faro del Rey from Puerto Rico, managed by Ovidio. They go on position number 18, and they will be playing against the Mini Shakers in the opening round. And finally, before we start all over, we have Grădinița Rapid from Romania. On position number 19. So they will face KS Pionski in the opening fixture. So no conflicts here so far. Let's move on. And we have Sodnerk from Estonia on position number 20. And as you can see right here, Sodnerk will be playing against Linanma United Academy and will be facing Veto Academy in the 4th round. And they will have the home advantage. So there you have it. Moving on to the next team. And it is Keytown from Bosnia, ranked on 19th place. And they will play against Capital in the opening round. Actually, right there. Capital in the opening round and Castelnuttele in the 4th round of the competition. As you can see, here is the matchup. And right here you have the 1st round game. So Keytown will have home advantage in round number 4 and they will be playing away in the opening fixture. Moving on. This is going to be the Little Sea Tigers from Croatia. Little Sea playing against Spergberg Kreisel and Steinhausen. Next up, we have Ajax. And they're going on position number 23 against Bosilicchio and against Copenhagen, Veto Copenhagen Academy. Next up is the Blue Sox community team from the US, managed by Pulika, 94. And they will be facing El Faro del Rey and FC Mela. So no conflicts here as well. Two teams remaining in the second drawing pot. And the first one is Sarotikos boys from Greece. Euripani is their manager and they are on position number 25. So Sarotikos will play against Redeli Kunakia, so a Greek derby in the opening round. And then in round number 4, Sarotikos will be playing against Grădinița Rapid, another Balkan derby. And the last team from the second drawing pot, let's see, and that is Sakura from Japan. Master is their manager, and they will play against Black Hole Rising Stars, and pretty much they have only one known opponent so far. The others are yet to be drawn. So that concludes the second drawing pot, and we now move on to the third one. Third one contains the teams from position 27 to position number 39. There are the teams from the third drawing pot, and let's move on. Let's see the first drawn team from pot number 3, and it is Lositos under 19 from the US, managed by Cowboy Doyle, and they will be facing Sakura, and that is going to be in the fourth round, actually. So Lositos playing against Sakura in round number 4, and they will be playing against Veto Academy and N95 Young Guns. So as you can see right here and right here, their opponents. So Lositos will face a couple of teams from the second drawing pot. And now let's move on to the next drawn team. And it is my first team, Tortolona Junior. And we are going on position 28. We'll be facing Kautokeino Rascals, Castanutele, and 2 other teams which are yet to be drawn. So tough draw for my first team. Let's see which team is drawn next, and it is Mechkarevo from Bulgaria, another Bulgarian team. Mechkarevo ranked on 35th position, and they will be playing into Kabili Junior and Steinhausen. Moving on. Deepwater Youngsters from Barbados, ranked on 38th place, and they go in position number 30. So they will face Mariuttini, Copenhagen, Veto Copenhagen Academy, and a couple more teams. So we have no conflicts here as well. All the teams are managed by different managers, and we have PAOK FC, and they go in position number 31. So they play against the Mini Shakers and against El Faro de Orey. So no conflicts here as well, as far as I'm aware. Yes. Moving on to the next one. The Little League Gunners, managed by the boss. And they go on position number 32. We have to scroll a bit to see their opponents. So the Little League Gunners will play against Gradinita Rapid and against Payonsky in round number 3, away from home against Payonsky and away from home against Gradinita Rapid. But in round number 1 and round number 4, they will have the home advantage. as you can see right there. So moving on, we have Schlüsseldorf from Germany, Bender's other team, on the 37th position, and they go up here and they will face Sodner and Linanma United Academy. So we can proceed with the next team from pot number 3. And it is the Young Soccer Ninjas. Going on position 34. They play against Capital, Keytown, and against my first team. So we can proceed further with the next team. And we have Fire Cups from the Czech Republic, managed by Slotmaster. Fire Cups go on position 35. And they will play against Mečkarevo, Sperberkreisel, and Little Sea Tigers. Let me just see, the Little Sea Tigers are managed by Gerald, so we have no conflicts here as well. And we can move on to the next team on position number 36. And it is the OB Swans. OB Swans go on position 36, and they will be facing the Deep Water. Let me just see, Deep Water Youngsters. They will be facing Ajax and Bozlikio as well. So we have Unirea Galați from Romania, drawn next on position 37, and Unirea will play against Mela, Blue Sox, Community, and against PAOK. Second to last drawn team are the Badgers from Poland, on position number 33, and going on position 38. So the Badgers, okay, so the Badgers are playing against team number 51 in the first round at home. Second round they play away to Sorotikos boys. Then they face Redeli Kunakia at home. And finally, they play against the Little League Gunners away from home in round number 4. So no conflicts here. And finally, the last drawn team is the Young Eagle Stars from Japan, managed by Adler Auge. Let's just see if there will be any conflicts here. Schlüsseldorf will play against them, Sakura and Black Hole Rising Stars. I don't think Sakura was managed by Adler Auge. Yes, they are managed by Slotmaster. So no conflicts here. And with that concludes the draw for the third drawing pot. And now it's time for the last drawing pot. And after that, you see all the matchups available on your screen. And shortly after we finished here, I'll just post them on the forum and on the website as well. So those are the teams from position number 40 to position number 52. And let's start the draw for the fourth drawing pot. And first up is Skips from Bosnia and Herzegovina, managed by Skip 2022. So Skips Youth go on position 40. And this completes right here, as you can see, completes the first pair, if you want to call it. So Skips will play against Lositos, against Veto Academy, and against N95 Young Guns, and they'll also face the Black Hole Rising Stars in their journey towards the knockout stage. So there you have it. Next up, we have Young Kitsune from Zambia. Again, managed by Adler Auge. And let's see, they will face Tortellona, Castanotele, and Kautokeino Rascals. So again, we can go further. No need to draw another team. We have the Mini Assassins, managed by Identity Shaker. So Mini Assassins go on position number 42. And let's see, they will face Into Kabeli, Steinhausen, and Mechkarevu. So that's good to go as well. Next up, we have my second team, Tortellona CF, on position number 43, and I will be facing Mariutini, Veto Copenhagen, and Deepwater Youngsters. So again, no, I'm not facing my other team, and we can move forward with the draw. We have Cleville from Benin, managed by Bender. I know Bender has other teams in the competition, so let's see. Cleville are going here, and they will face Pauk, El Faro Del Rey, and the Mini Shakers. So that pair is good to go as well. Those matchups. And let's go with the next team, the Little Brave Warriors from Montenegro, managed by Geralt. Little Brave Warriors go on position 45. We'll have to scroll for those ones. So we have the Little Brave Warriors against the Little League Gunners. In the second round, we have the Little Brave Warriors against Payonsky at home. Then it is against Gradini Tarapit away from home. And finally, they will be facing the 51st position from the fourth drawing pot. And again, I don't see any conflicts here. No teams with the same manager will meet in the first stage. Now up next is Notting Hill Glory. Notting Hill Glory under 19, managed by SLV Kelso. They're going on position 46. And that concludes, no, actually it doesn't conclude anything. So Notting Hill will play against Schlüsseldorf, Sodnerk, and Linanma United. And against the 52nd team from this draw. So let's move on. We have Grumpy Kids from Croatia. And they go on position 47. And that concludes that those matchups. So Grumpy Kids will be facing Capital, Keytown, so Capital, Keytown, Young Soccer Ninjas, and Young Kitsune. So again, I don't think there are any conflicts right here, so we can move on. Also, if I have missed a conflict and two teams with the same managers with the same manager are drawn to play in the first stage, I'll just shuffle them after we finish, and basically I'll switch them with the next drawn team or with the previous drawn team if they're the last from the drawing pot. So that's how it's going to work. So we have Vituru up next. Vituru under 19 from Moldova. They go on position 48th, and they will play against Fire Cups, Little Sea Tigers, and Sperrbelkreiser, and of course the Mini Assassins. So I'm just going to check. Fire Cups managed by Slotmaster, Little Sea Tigers managed by Geralt, Sperrbelkreiser managed by Lemets, and we have Vituru managed by Vicinho, so always good as well. And we have 4 more teams to draw until we finish. Let's see which is the next one. And it is the Mini Cox from San Marino. The Mini Cox from San Marino managed by Identity Shaker. And they will be playing against Obi Swans, Ajax, Bosilicchio, and Tortellona FC. So no conflicts for the Minicox, and we could move on with the next team from the wheel. And that is going to be the Minis on tour. Another team for the Identity Shaker. So the Minis on tour go on position number 50. And they will be playing against Cleville, against Unirea, Blue Sox Community, and FC Mela. So we can allow this pair as well. Second to last team, it's a team from Portugal. It's a challenging name, but it's managed by Sir DMM, the national coach of Portugal. And they go on position 51. So I'm just gonna have to scroll for this one. So they will play against the Badgers in the opening round. Then they will be playing against Redeli Kunakia at home. Afterwards, in round 3, they will face another team at home, and it's Sarotikus boys. And finally, they will play against the Little Brave Warriors away from home. So again, all those matchups can be played because the teams have different managers. And finally, the last team from this draw, it is Kilpin boys from Italy. Kilpin boys managed by Aquaria on position 52, and they will play against Young Eagle Stars, Sakura, Black Hole Rising Stars, and Notting Hill Glory. So that pretty much concludes the first stage draw, or the group stage draw, or the league stage draw, however you want to call it, and those are your matchups. So in round 1, not sure if you can see it on your screens, maybe okay, you can see. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to scroll. Right, so in round 1, we have N95 Young Guns against Veto Academy, Kautukeno against Castelnutele, Intukabeli Junior against Steinhausen, Mariutini against Veto Copenhagen Academy, Mini Shakers against El Faro del Rey, Payonsky against Gradinita, Linanma versus Sodnerk, Capital against Keytown, Sperberkreisel against Little Sea Tigers, Pozulikio against Ajax, Mela against Blue Sox, Redeli Kunaki against Sarotikos, and the Black Hole Rising Stars against Sakura. Maybe I won't bother pronouncing all the matchups because might be too much, but maybe I can zoom it a little bit so that you can see. Those are the matchups for the other teams in round one. Just gonna go through them really quickly and just pause it on your screen so you can see. Next up, we have round two. And the rest of the matches from round two. Afterwards, we have round three. And here are the rest of the games from round number three. And finally, the last round before the knockout stage. And then the rest of the matches from this round. And pretty much that concludes the draw today. That concludes the stream as well. So I hope you're happy with the draw. I hope you're happy with the opponents. If you're not, well, better start preparing because next week we start with the opening fixture. And as I said, I will make sure that communication is on a higher level this season. I will make sure to send reminders to teams that have their leagues finishing on a week that that we have like friendly games on it. And yeah, basically, I'll try to be better with the organization this time around because last season I was away most of the time and didn't have that many time to just deliver the content that you guys deserve. But anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the draw. I hope I didn't pronounce your team wrong, and I will see you guys in the forum and have a successful tournament. See you guys.